guys, and welcome to our YouTube channel with a special edition today. Today I have Ramya who's going to show us a South Indian dish. But what we're really interested in is to see one, how it's made, what's in it, to really understand the balance of carbs and proteins and how best to get this into a balanced meal. So we're going to show you, if this is what you eat at home right now, is how can you change some bits around that food to make it a complete meal. Okay, so without a delay, what are we going to make today?
So I have got a batter for Uthappam, which is like a pancake, a South Indian pancake. This is made of rice and dal, Urad dal. So 1 portion of Urad dal and 4 portions of rice. You soak it for a few hours and grind it together, or leave it overnight and it gets fermented. So then that's the batter that I have got, which is a little bit white, and if you can see, there is a lot of bubbles in it, so it is fermented. And there is another batter that I have got with moong dal, and that is only moong dal soaked and ground into a batter and left, so that is a little bit fermented as well. So the fermentation gives a little bit of sourness to the batter and the taste as well, and it develops, it just enhances the flavor whatever we add in it. So the batter, this with moong dal, has got a little bit of ginger and red chilies.
Just quickly explain to us in terms of how much moong dal did you have to make this amount of batter?
Oh, this is about 1.5 cups of moong dal. So this, yes, and this amount would come for a family of 6 for an entire meal. Half an hour soak, and then you can just grind it into a paste. This one, the rice and then the urad dal, you grind it 2 hours soaking and grinding, and then leave it overnight for it to ferment.
And what would you, so when you grinded this one, how do you grind it? What are you putting in?
In a juicer or a normal blender.
Okay. And then while you grind it, you've then dropped the ginger?
Yeah, while I was, yes.
Okay, so you got the real good mixture.
Yes.
Any salt, pepper in it at all?
Little bit of salt.
Pepper. So according to however people want to season that, you will actually grind that accordingly.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you say you eat this for breakfast? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this is meal for
breakfast.
breakfast.
It is supposed to be a more healthier breakfast in South India. In Moong dal, this is also called Cheela in other parts of India.
Cheela, and what, there was another name?
Adai in South India and Cheela in other parts. So different names, but then the item actually, the meal is the same.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
So in this moong dal is predominantly protein and carbs together. So you would not class this complete protein or a complete carb. So you've got a bit of half and half in both of this. So what we need to make sure is that we make sure that this is a fistful, but we also increase the protein a little bit more to make sure, and we want some vegetables to balance it out, which you'll see in a minute. So we're going to start cooking this. Yeah. How much oil then do you think is used?
Usually because do it in a non-stick pan, so I just use this 1 cal spray just for a little bit of moisture.
Again, if you're watching your weight, guys, this is a really good thing to just
a spray. But sometimes people even add ghee, clarified butter, that enhances the taste, and ghee is supposed to have a lot of medicinal value.
Yeah, it's a
and 1
fat,
spoon of
totally. So you can go ahead and have that clarified butter for thumb size for each of you. You've got 3 of those a day, so you can eat that clarified butter. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
For today's purposes, we're using the Fry Light, which is really easily available in all supermarkets. So we're going to get that specific pan, isn't it?
Yeah.
That every South Indian house will have.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah, so any flat pan would
Do you make chapatis in the same place?
Usually it is a same type but a different one. Usually they say where you make the dosa, the chapatis, it's separate, because the atta, I'm not sure why, but then it is always said to keep it separate.
That's a little tip that for you guys. Make sure you got separate ones for roti and separate, because that is true actually, because when you're cooking something with the same thing, or keep it for that, I think the oils do get absorbed in some of the
Absolutely, and in the traditional way, it used to make in an iron pan. So that was why, probably, because heavy iron pan. So that is how it is made. But nowadays it's non-stick. Probably you can have the same, but I still prefer to have it separately.
Definitely, absolutely. Okay, so here we are making breakfast.
So before we start making the pancake, I have got some vegetables here. So I have chopped up some capsicum and grated some carrots, and then chopped some onions here. So I thought we can use that as a top up for
Oh,
this.
so you're going to make it same time?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Excellent. That's really good. So again, guys, these are chopped up vegetables, which we want to increase. Now, not many people find it easy to eat vegetables at breakfast time, but in here, in this particular breakfast, this could become my breakfast, you can actually add the vegetables as you're going along. And they will not be cooked so much, are they?
No.
They're going to be very much
just chopped up like you have it in pizza. You just chop it up.
And then, so there you go. You've got 3 different vegetables chopped up here. It could be any vegetables that you actually like. I guess these are the most common ones that people use.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with these, isn't it? A lot of people don't mind because you can add any vegetable, but some people don't prefer certain vegetables. So I'm just going to top up this.
So you've just popped it on there, and then you're just putting, just like a pizza really, isn't it? Like a pizza topping.
Yeah. So when my boys used to like pizza, my dad used to say when we make this, we call it pizza dosa.
Ah, pizza dosa. Okay.
So then they will be like, okay, we'll have that.
Anyone who wants pizza dosa, guys? Yeah, completely. This is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. I'm absolutely loving this. There's fresh vegetables, everything from scratch. There's no processed item in sight. This is made literally
everything
from
homemade.
Scratch. Everything homemade.
You can even chop, if you want more spice, you can chop green chilies and put it on top, or even if you have a mill, maybe I'll take that as well. And then maybe some ground pepper if you want on top.
Beautiful. Absolutely brilliant. And you can see the green chilies will actually activate your metabolism, because that's what it actually does. So you can go ahead and experiment with this one now. And go with the vegetables that you share. So if you didn't like carrots, you didn't have to put them in. You actually would add something else in.
Yes.
Yeah. So your kids used to eat these. What were their favorite toppings?
Oh, they have these tomatoes. Now, when they were very little, that's how we used to motivate them to eat this.
Yeah.
But then now they have all vegetables. Actually, I'm
really
really lucky that they are not fussy at all about vegetables. So they eat all the vegetables.
From very young age, you've given them hope.
Yeah.
Good. That's excellent. So how long does that take?
It depends. If you want the base to be a little bit crispier, leave it for some time.
Okay.
So there are 2 ways of doing it. Either you can turn it around and cook it.
Yeah.
Or sometimes what I do is I just leave it like that and use the lid. So if you just close it, so then it is just a little bit like steamed, and then
just
it'll
pop
be
the lid
fine.
on the top. Perfect.
Yeah.
And you would eat this just for breakfast. Do you normally have it for dinner as well?
You can have it for dinner as well.
But it's not normal to have that for dinner.
You can have. Nowadays people have this for dinner as well. Yeah. So it is either for lunch, breakfast or dinner.
So you can.
You can. Yeah. So this is ready. If you can see. So I'm just going to take a plate. So that's
amazing.
Cooked.
There we go, guys. Look at that. That is breakfast for a king right there.
So now let's try to
do a different way. Okay.
So this is adai.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is similarly, you can use without vegetables or with vegetables. It doesn't matter. So in terms of portion size, it's just 1 ladle that we have used, which is less than, it's about 60 ml I would say, or even less. Yeah. So this is not even. No.
So you can see here, we've got a whole fistful of carb that we normally teach you. So this one would be a fistful of carb. Now, if you've got a large male, a man perhaps may have 1.5. But for a lady, I will say 1 of those with as many vegetables as you actually want.
You can chop and put spinach as well.
So
spinach is a good idea.
Would we say there's protein missing from it, haven't we?
Yes. Yeah. So far,
so you could now have a bowl of yogurt, and not any yogurt. A particular yogurt that we mention always to our clients is Phage and also Skyr. Both of them have got 10 grams of protein per 100 grams. That could be like a dip that could go with this that you could have. Now, with that dip, you may not like it if that dip is plain. So you could, this is where Ramya was saying, you can add green chili, a coriander, some salt and pepper to make that dip to the taste that you like, so that you can enjoy that breakfast. But remember, this breakfast has carbs and vegetables, but the protein part is actually missing at the moment. But this one, which is coming up next.
So this has got the protein because it's made of moong dal, but similarly, but this one, even 1 for a male, because we have made it a bigger, and at the same time this is quite heavy because it has got only dal
in it, yes.
So sometimes it can be really filling, and it can be a really good brunch.
A good start to
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. This could be anything, yeah.
So I'm going to do a little bit different in that. So because I took it out like this,
Yeah.
you can do the same for this as well. Put the lid and close it. But because I thought you can make it into a roll,
Yes.
so I'm going to do something different to this one.
Perfect.
So what I'm going to do now is just add a little bit of spice to it.
Everyone's got one. Or obviously, if you want to make it at home.
You want to make your own sauce, that's fine as well. So while this is cooking. Now what I'm going to do is put some yogurt in it.
So that's the face yogurt, guys, we're talking about. 0% fat in it, but it has high levels of protein. So that's 10 grams per 100 gram protein. And this is what's going to make that difference to your breakfast. It will complete your breakfast in terms of its balance and its portion, which is exactly the reason why we're showing you this. You've got coriander and chili in this, so we're just making this breakfast every time. It's just getting healthier and healthier. A little bit of salt, just obviously however you want to taste that. That was such a quick dip. So I'm just going to have a little try of that first pancake we made. Tiny bit of dip. That is beautiful. Stunning.
So now this, I have made it a little bit crispier, and there is a lot of vegetables in this. So this can be a nice dip as well.
So our second, so
this can be a snack, or
what's the name of this one, please?
Adai or Cheela.
Or Cheela. Okay. How quick was that as well? Did you put peas and things like that in it?
Yeah.
Because peas and edamame beans are quite high in protein.
Yeah, you can. The only thing is then you have to,
the roll off.
Yeah, they roll off. So maybe we can mix it in the batter and then do it.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I see. That's a good idea. Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, or you can even, crush it. So that you can make it. Otherwise, if they will roll off, you can't make it into a bread. So
have you ever done that?
Yeah.
Anyone else you put peas in it?
Yeah, I've done peas with puri or chapati. Mix it with
extra protein in it.
Yeah.
So here's another tip. So if you want to
or spinach,
or put spinach, other vegetables in
or
it.
There is drumstick leaves as well. Supposed to be usually drumstick leaves are added with dal.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that has got a lot of iron and it has got a lot of very good.
It's just about being conscious and looking at those small things that you can increase daily. So if you're having this daily, how could you make this breakfast even more healthier than you've been having? And these are the little tips we're sharing with you today. Our South Indian food showed by Ramya. Just very simple, very straightforward. I'm sure everybody knows how to make those pancakes, but it's about how do you make them healthier and what do you put with it that will give you the best result. Especially if you're struggling to kind of lose weight, but not quite sure where you're going wrong. And many people, what they do is they give up their traditional food.
Yeah.
And then they go on to eating things like Kellogg's K cereals or things that they think will help them lose weight, but actually, and they're very deprived because really you've been brought up with eating this food. Then why are you taking it away from your life? You want to keep that, you just need to adjust it. So if you're having too many of these, that's because there's too many carbs, of the white one especially. This one has got protein already in it, but increasing a little bit more protein by adding our dip here just means that you can actually complete your meal. So these are our little tips that you just need to introduce. If you've got questions about this, or if you are watching this and you may have another tip that will help other guys in a similar situation, that we'll really love to hear from you. So I'm going to try this one now.
Yes, please.
So this is the one with
the Nando's sauce and then the vegetable.
Oh my god. This says tree. This is beautiful, really crispy. And you can put some yogurt in it?
Yeah.
Can you dip it? Mmm. Delicious, literally. Thank you so much. It's lovely.
Or you can even add cheese. That will give it a nice taste as well.
That would actually, yeah. Have you done that? With like a
Yeah.
You've done every topping that you can think of has been in there. But you don't actually eat any non-veg, do you?
No, we don't.
So you wouldn't have put any chicken or anything like that?
No. Probably you can mince meat.
Mm-hmm.
You can add mince meat if you eat non-veg. I don't know much about non-vegetarian food, but it's okay. I can imagine you can add mince if you have meat as a mince meat or thin layers of
any kind of food.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really delicious, and what a great breakfast to start your day. I'm sure if you've had this for your breakfast, you will not be peckish until lunchtime.
Not at all. This, especially one of this, will get you going till at least 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock if you have it in the morning.
I think that's definitely true. I mean, it's quite filling. It's not processed. That's the biggest reason we want to show you this, is because we're eating foods that are not processed. They're homemade, which I'm sure you're already having these at home. But how do you make them slightly better in terms of protein levels? So it's the yogurt and the dal pancake that will give you the protein. If you're having this dosa, then make sure that you have good amount of yogurt to go with it. Just a little bit less than that size of your fist, and that will give you the protein levels on these. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Was quite quick as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, we didn't show you all the chopping up time, so the preparation time will be there. How long would you say it'll take to prepare?
5 minutes, because I chopped, these are a quantity of 1 carrot, 1 onion and 1 capsicum, so 1 pepper, so that would feed at least 4 people, so 5 minutes.
5 minutes, so that's not long at all for such a delicious, amazing, homemade, high fiber, high protein, great for your digestive system.
Absolutely.
Everything that's associated. So keep the food that you've been brought up with. Don't dish that in order to lose weight. Ramya, tell us, you eat this food, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I can't give up on these foods, so I eat that every day.
And you maintain your weight?
Yeah, I am.
So you've found a balance, haven't you? So you don't give up.
It's just the quantity that is the problem, but otherwise it is never. If you know that the fist size, that is fantastic. The quantity is the main issue.
You just need to adjust your quantities and you should be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being our guest
Lovely.
today. And I'm actually Ramya's house in her kitchen, so I am the guest in this house. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As usual, let us know if you found this useful, and can we bring you any other tips. We're going to also show you a lunch and also a dinner menu, South Indian style, just to teach you about the other 2 meals in the day and even some snacks. But in the meantime, if you've got any ideas, any tips, share it with us. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.